Okay, children. So far, we are doing revision of integers from the new textbook. We did addition, subtraction, and multiplication. We did some problems also. Now, we are going to take up division of integers. Suppose you take the product of 6 and 5. How much it is? 30. Two integers 6 and 5 are multiplied. Both are positive. 6 into 5 equal to 30. So, this is the multiplication statement of two integers. 6 into 5 equal to 30. Now, I am taking two division statements from this. 30 divided by 5. I get it as 6. And 30 divided by 6. I get 5. So, in the multiplication statement, you have two division statements. 6 into 5 equal to 30. That product 30 is divided by 5 to give you 6. And the product 30 is divided by 6 to give you 5. So, we observe 5 and 6 are the factors of 30. A multiplication statement contains two division statements. Suppose you take 7 into minus 8. It is minus 56 because 7 is positive and 8 is negative. 7 into minus 8 equal to minus 56. Now, minus 56 is divided with minus 8. Both the integers are having the same sign. Therefore, it is positive. You got plus 7. Now, minus 56 is divided with 7. One is negative, the other one is positive. The answer is negative. So, in multiplication or division, you have to remember one point. If you are dividing two integers which are having both, that is, both the integers are having the same sign, the product is positive. You are dividing two integers with different signs. One is positive, the other one is negative. Dividend is negative, divisor is positive, or dividend is positive and divisor is negative. In both the cases, the quotient is negative. You simply remember, if the signs of two integers are same, the quotient is positive. If the signs of two integers is different, the coefficient is negative. Another point you have to remember is plus divided by plus is equal to plus. You are dividing a positive integer with another positive integer, the quotient is positive. You are dividing a positive integer with a negative integer, the quotient is negative. You are dividing a negative integer with a positive integer, the quotient is negative. You are dividing a negative integer with a negative integer, the quotient is positive. You can observe here, both integers are having the same sign, the product is positive. Both the integers are having opposite sign, then the quotient is negative. Plus divided by minus equal to minus, minus divided by plus equal to minus. Both the integers are having the same sign, the quotient is positive. Both the integers are having same sign positive, the quotient is positive. You can simply answer 25 divided by minus 25. 25 divided by 25 equal to 1. This is positive and this is negative, the quotient is negative. Next, 42 divided by minus 6. The quotient is minus 7. Minus 75 divided by 15. The quotient is minus 5. Minus 27 divided by minus 3. The quotient is 9 because both are negative sign. 30 divided by 6. The quotient is 5. Like this, you can observe when integers are having opposite sign, the quotient is negative. Integers are having the same sign, the quotient is positive. Next. We are going to do some step problems. A borewell machine. You all will be observing borewell machines here and there. The borewell machine people will come and dig a bore in the earth for the particular purpose. It may be for house purpose or it may be for big convention center purpose, or it may be for big offices. Borewell is a machine used to dig the well to get water from the groundwater source. So you will go deep into the earth, 100 meters like that. Then you will get water from the ground level. So borewell is used for that purpose. A borewell machine drills down 72 feet per hour from the surface of the earth. From the surface of the earth. If water is at 360 feet down from the surface of the earth, from the surface of the earth, after how many hours it will touch the water layer. So to get the water layer which is under the earth, you are using borewell machine. It is digging or it is drilling 72 feet per hour from the surface of the earth. Water is at 360 feet. So if you want to touch the water, you have to go to 360 feet under the earth. So you are using borewell machine. Definitely you will go till that depth. So how much time it takes according to this? 72 feet per hour. So this is the rate of drilling. So I take that as the first step. Rate of drilling is equal to 72 feet per hour. Time taken to touch 360 feet is equal to 360, you want to divide with 72, rough column, 360 is divided with 72. Actually, 360, you take the first two integers, 36 is not divisible by 72. So you take 360, 72 multiples, 72 ones are 72, 72 twos are 144, 72 threes are 216, 72 fours are 288, 72 fives are 360. So it divides 5 times. As both are positive, you get positive, and time is always represented in positive units. So it takes 5 hours time to touch the water layer when you are digging the earth using a borewell machine. The borewell machine is taking 5 hours time to touch the water layer, because it is moving at a rate of 72 feet under the earth per hour. So after 5 hours, the borewell machine will touch the water layer. So time taken to touch 360 feet is equal to 360 divided by 72 gives us 5 hours time. In a test, +4 marks are given for every correct answer, -2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Sai answered all the questions and scored 26 marks from 8 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had Sai attempted? So in a test, +4 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Sai answered all the questions and scored 26 marks from 8 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had Sai attempted? So Sai is a student. He attempted all the questions. He scored 26 marks out of 8 correct answers. That means the rest of the answers he answered incorrectly. For 8 correct answers, how many marks he got? 4 marks for each question. So 8 into 4, 32. For each wrong answer, he is losing 2 marks. The total marks obtained by Sai is 26. So the number of questions Sai attempted incorrectly. Here we are using multiplication and also division. So I start with this. Total marks of Sai is equal to 26. Marks he got for 8 correct answers is equal to 8 into 4, 32 marks. For each correct answer, he is getting 4 marks. So 8 into 4, 32. Therefore, marks he lose for incorrect answers is equal to total marks he got is 26, from which you want to subtract 32. So total marks he lose for incorrect answers is minus 6. And what is the mark for each incorrect answer? Minus 2. Therefore, number of incorrect answers Sai attempted, I will write here. The total negative marks obtained by Sai is minus 6 and each question incorrect is minus 2. So minus 6 is divided with minus 2. Minus divided by minus equal to plus 3. So the number of questions Sai attempted incorrectly is 3. Totally he got 32 marks. For 3 incorrect answers he got minus 6 marks. 32 minus 6 is equal to 26. That is the total marks obtained by Sai. Here you have multiplication and also division. You have subtraction also. 8 into 4 is 32, multiplication. From the total marks you are subtracting correct answer marks. The difference is incorrect answers marks, that is minus 6. Therefore, number of incorrect answers Sai attempted equal to minus 6 divided by minus 2 equal to 3. That means Sai had attempted 3 questions incorrectly and 8 questions correctly. 8 4s are 32, 3 2s are 6, 32 minus 6 is equal to 26. The total marks of Sai is 26. So, division of integers, you practice exercise 1.2. I will place you that in the textbook. From the textbook, I will place you in the group so that you follow the questions. You try the first 2 questions homework. Now I am doing 3rd question. Because of COVID, 19, a company locks down, locked down for 6 months. That means the company is not working. Our schools also under lockdown because neither the students nor the teachers came to school because of COVID-19. Now we are trying to give you some lessons through online. We are trying to do the classes on video which are sent you to through website. You are all following, but all these classes are not as good as our live classes. If you are in the classroom, the situation will be different. We will be asking you more number of questions, more interaction will be there. But here also we are trying to do our best, and I hope all of you are following the classes. Follow slowly, listen 1 or 2 times if you didn't follow anything, understand, and then try to do on your own. So a company is locked down for 6 months and got a loss of rupees 1,32,000 in the year 2020. Find the average loss of each month. So it's a very good problem. So company is locked down for 6 months. That means the company is not doing any major work. Only some activities will be going on. The security people will come, they look after the protection of the company. They look after the material that is available inside the company. Similarly, our school also didn't work regularly. Only some employees of our school, our deans are, most of our teachers, they are all coming to school and they are spending some time, but they have to get some salary. So that depends on the help of the parents. If the parents pay fees on time, then the office work will run very smoothly. So if there is some problem, some of your parents also are not getting salaries. So it is a mutual problem. If your parents will get salary, they will automatically pay the fees, but they are not getting salaries from their offices. So everywhere there is problem. Most of our private school teachers also, they didn't get salary, but our management is supporting our teachers well. So we are getting at least some salary from the management side, and our parents are very good. They are also helping us a little. So in that manner, we are getting our classes to run very easily. In this year also, at present we are going on video classes and we are trying our best. Our parents are also supporting us. Our management is supporting us. So everything is going smoothly. So I hope you are also following the classes. So it's a very good problem given for the present situation. Clearly mentioned, COVID-19, a company locked down for 6 months and occurred a loss of 1,32,000. For 6 months, the company lost 1,32,000 rupees. On the average, what is the loss of each month? So I try to write this. Loss for 6 months is equal to rupees 1,32,000. I start solution. Loss for each month, or average loss for each month is equal to 1,32,000. You are dividing with 6. You are dividing with 6. So we do division in the rough column. So 1 is not divisible. So take 3. 6 2s are 12. Remainder 1, 12. Again 6 2s are 12. Remainder 0. Now there are 3 zeros remaining here. Keep them. So you got a loss of rupees 22,000 per month on the average. So on the average, the company loses 22,000. So they didn't get any profit. They got only loss. Average loss per month is 22,000. So like this, there is loss all around the world, not only particularly schools or particular managements. Everywhere there is loss, every parent suffered, every employee suffered. So on the whole, there is suffering all over the world. Now we are little bit moving forward. This year, we hope by August we may get our live classes if everything goes smoothly. Children should take care themselves so that there will be no third wave. If you are taking very good measures, keeping social distance, wearing mask, that is very important. Last year also I used to tell you, most of the students don't be moving without mask, wear mask properly. All these instructions were given to you. Most of the students followed, and some of you didn't follow, and some of our students also suffered. They said, sir, we suffered a lot, sir, without listening to you. And our teachers are also warning all the students to wear mask properly, to keep social distance. So keeping social distance, wearing mask, and being ourselves in protection, we can avoid entering into third wave. That is very important, children. So like this, we are going to do many more problems in the coming classes. Thank you, children. We continue in the next class, division of integers, and some more concepts are there, and we will continue that. And we are going to learn about properties of integers also. Already I told you properties in addition: closure, commutative, associative, identity, inverse. In subtraction, integers are having closure property. In multiplication, integers have closure, commutative, associative, and identity properties. In division, closure, commutative, associative, identity, and inverse are not satisfied. We are going to get a recollection of all those properties, and some examples we follow, and then we take up distributive property and BODMAS rule. That is one important rule we are going to learn, that I will explain you. And then absolute value of an integer, that is also I will explain you. And finally we will get the revision exercise. So comparing to old textbook, new textbooks also contain the same concepts. The difference is you are having absolute value of an integer. That is not given in the old textbook. I will explain you that. BODMAS rule, that is a new concept. I am going to explain you that. And any other concept that is given further, I will explain you in integers. In 1 or 2 classes, I will try to explain all the remaining parts of integers, and we will be entering into fractions and decimals. Thank you, children. Hope you are all doing well. Stay safe, stay home, stay safe, and try to protect yourself from the third wave. That is very important. Wear mask wherever you go. Keep social distance. Use sanitizer. All these are very good measures to protect ourselves. So I hope all of you follow my instructions. I explained the scenario only to just give information from my side, not regarding, I am not questioning any one of you, any parent. Just I am explaining you because the problem is given on COVID-19. That's why I explained you. We also suffered, and everyone suffered in that manner. So don't think otherwise. It's only a problem that is given to the present context. So thank you, children. I thank parents also. So watch all the videos carefully and try to understand the concepts. Thank you, children. We continue next class.